Hello everyone and welcome to another vlog. As promised, we have some mail today, so let's see what it is. So as you can see, I just got some more RAM for my computer here. Got two 4GB cards, adding a total of 8GB to bring the total RAM of my computer to 16GB. So let's install it. Alright, well that was easy. That only took like 2 minutes. Now, installing more RAM in your computer is a super simple way to help improve the performance of your computer. This is especially useful for programs that use a lot of your computer's resources, such as video game engines, video and photo editing tools, all sorts of programming tools, and even web browsers. If you have a bunch of tabs open, it can use up a whole lot of your computer's memory and slow everything else down. For under $50, I was effectively able to double the amount of memory on my computer to the maximum of what my computer will allow, which is 16GB. So I view this as a really good investment because it will keep my computer running smoothly when I am taxing its resources by using a bunch of programs all at once. Anyhow, I'm going to get back to work and I will check in with you all right after this. Alright, welcome to part 2 everyone. So after about a half day with that RAM upgrade, I'm super stoked off that purchase. Haven't been doing anything super crazy on the computer so far, but with the game engine, programming editor, and a ton of Google Chrome tabs open, my total memory usage was sitting at about 40%, which means that with my previous memory that would be sitting at about 80% memory used. And as expected, everything's been running super smooth, but I assume I'll be using much more of that extra RAM later on in development. Now, I know I said that I was going to work on the dramatic elements today, but that didn't end up happening. I kind of just woke up this morning and really wanted to do some programming, so I did that, because I'm the boss. No, but that is the nice thing about being your own boss, is that you can just wake up one day and do something different than what you planned on doing even yesterday. So I continued to mess around with gravity, and I started making my own gravity calculations. These calculations are based off of the same equations that are used to calculate the force of gravity throughout our universe. I really liked taking this realistic approach to solving this problem. Most of the other people I've found online who have used their own gravity calculations have a constant force value that pulls objects towards the main object at a constant force rather than a dynamic force. In the real world, the further you are away from an object, the less gravity has an effect on you. And I thought it was super fun using those physics calculations that I learned way back in high school and now applying them to my game today. And I was able to do some pretty cool stuff, like having objects orbit around other ones, and I got to play around with it to see how gravity affects different objects in different ways when I'm changing all different types of values. So there's still a lot of tweaking that needs to be made to get this working properly, but it's a great base to start off of nonetheless. So then I tried mixing some of these gravity experiments that I was doing with some of the stuff that I had worked on previously, and I thought they were going to mesh together just fine, but they didn't. Go figure. So now I'm just kind of using what I learned from my first experiments with the gravity experiments to be able to mesh those together so they work together nicely. And I think the solution that I've got going so far is pretty clean. And so I did take a couple breaks to read some articles and listen to some interviews. And I'm thinking that once I start becoming more public with what my theme is and what my game's going to be, that I'm going to link you all to some articles and interviews that I find interesting that you can read or listen to, or not. So I'm gonna cut this video right here and go to bed. I gotta be up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. Yay! As always, if you enjoyed this video, smash that like button please. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And as always, leave me some feedback in the comments section below. See you next time.